Monday Night Raw was taped from Manchester, England, and I already knew the results going into the show, so my expectations were very low because I was not impressed with results. Once again, similar to SmackDown, when WWE tapes a show, they really just phone it in because they know the ratings aren't going to be very good, and I almost guarantee that the ratings were not high tonight. It's just what they do, I guess, when you have a show that they just don't have confidence in. So it started off with Becky Lynch coming out. She's replacing Natalya in the tag team title match with Charlotte. We don't know why Natalya's old, but they said family obligation. So, Becky comes out. She says she's back in the UK where she was training at 15 years old. She's the women's champion and she'll be challenging the tag team titles. She's here at the most dangerous time of her career. Challenges are getting tougher and the list of people coming is getting longer. Becky says, "Bring it on." She was she says while she has been crisscrossing the world, these savages are looking for a scalp. Not a good promo. She says, bring them on. If Shayna Baszler or Bayley or the Kabuki Warriors think they're going to stop fighting, they have not been watching her. She'll stop running her mouth or slapping her heads off. Typical Becky promo. So here you go. You have Becky and Charlotte against Asuka and Kairi Sane for the women's tag team titles. So you have Becky and Asuka start off. Good back and forth. Both of them are very talented. Asuka's actually gotten the best of Becky, and that would continue in this match. So maybe they have build up something with them in the future, because Asuka kind of has Becky's number now. Becky eventually tags in Charlotte, and you have Charlotte wrestle Sane, and she wrestles Asuka for a bit. Then all of a sudden Shayna Baszler shows up, and that's when we go right to commercial, when she had Baszler there. And you have a match in which it's pretty good. I think both teams are they're doing well here. I think it was a good matchup. Charlotte hits a really good spine buster on Asuka. Eventually you have Becky gets a European uppercut. She's in the match. It's Becky and Asuka. Charlotte and Kairi Sane are on the outside. Eventually, Becky throws Kairi Sane in the corner, and she hits a springboard drop kick and explodes her. And then she goes after Asuka, but then Shayna Baszler gets on the apron, and the referee has to hold Becky back from going after Shayna. And then, of course, being the babyface is always an idiot in WWE, Asuka just rolls up Becky and pins her. So Shayna cost Becky and Charlotte the titles. Asuka and Kairi Sane retain the titles. After the match, Becky goes after Shayna, but Bayley attacks Becky from behind, and then Shayna Baszler just walks away. So Bayley gets the better, even though Bayley's been attacked by Shayna. She don't want to go after her. They show Ricochet and Randy Orton in the back. And we see AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson promo there. AJ, they're basically trying to, the OC is trying to get Randy Orton to join. So next, you have Drew McIntyre, Sin Cara, and Sin Cara has asked for his release. Give it to him. Get him out of there. Horrible character. It's a failure character. It's not even Sin Cara. Basically, to tell you the story, it was originally going to be Sin Cara. He was Mystico, and he was a major draw in Mexico. They brought in Mystico, and they had him under the Sin Cara name. So, the Mexicans who really love the Mystico character don't even know who he is. He's just a guy at the mask. Eventually, Sin Cara fails badly. Mystico leaves, and they just get, who was it? Hunico. He was a wrestler. He was in the tag team with Camacho. It's Hunico under the Sin Cara mask. And it's a failure, and he's just been a jobber for the last several years. I'm surprised that he's asking for his release, because they actually gave him something with that chick, Catalina. It's kind of a douchebag to do that to her, but he asked for his release. I say give it to him. Let him go away. And AEW, please do not sign him. So McIntyre wins. They show Rowan cutting a promo. Pretty bad. So R-Truth against Samir Singh. This is just trash. It's a handicap match for a 24/7 title. It's a disaster. They show Seth Rollins walking in the back, and he's out for his promo. And all I can think is, Seth Rollins has a really like a pencil neck. Anyone notice that? I mean, he's in great shape. Like, he has like a pencil neck. I can't get that on my head. Why is his neck so small? It's like I don't know. He comes out, he talks about how it's been a few days after it was a Universal title. We've barely seen Bray Wyatt, who's a Universal Champion. Like, he's a champion, you wouldn't even know. We barely even see him anymore. Says, this is Monday Night Rollins. He got some boos. Rollins sucks in the face. He's not turning heel. I thought he would. It's not happening. He says, Raw will finish it at Survivor Series. He says Survivor Series is a few weeks away, and he talk about tonight. He says he thinks he's the best wrestler on the planet. He doesn't get that way by taking nights off. He makes an open challenge. And as he was hyping up Raw, the fans are chanting NXT pretty loud. So it tells you most of the fans will be supporting him. And all of a sudden, you have the music for Imperium plays. And if Alexander Wolf, Fabian Eichner, and Marcel Barthel come out before Walter makes his appearance, and Walter comes out last, and he gets a huge pop. So makes sense to have NXT UK on the UK Raw. I doubt they'll be on the show. It is cool to see them featured. With NXT UK, I suppose you can eventually have the UK. I mean, I don't think they need to go to NXT twice. I think if you're in the UK for a while, I don't think you have to go to the main NXT show in the US. So, but it was cool seeing the Walter out. Walter says that he wants the best. Here we are. My name is Ring General Walter, and he is the UK champion, the WWE UK champion. We are Imperium, and we are here to restore the honor of the sport. That match you are standing on with the order of defeat is sacred to us. And Walter gets a big pop from this line. He says, just because you are not in the United States does not mean you are not safe from an NXT takeover. Seth says he knows who Walter is, and he saw their stunt on SmackDown. Seth says he appreciates that he came out to challenge him man to man, and he accepts the challenge, and he tells them to come to the ring so they can burn it down. So there you go. You got Walter against Seth Rollins. Here, big matchup. It's pretty good for a while, and they're going fast. They're doing a good matchup here. Unfortunately, what happens is Rollins gets the upper hand, and he sets up, he hits a couple superplex on Walter. He goes for the curb stomp or the blackout, but then you have the three other guys, Barthel and Eichner, attack Rollins, and the referee calls for the bell. After the match, they continue to beat him up, and then you have the Street Profits make their way for the save, and you have Kevin Owens come out too. Eventually, you have an 8-man tag. You have Kevin Owens, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, and Seth Rollins against Walter, Alexander Wolf, Marcel Berthier, and Fabian Eichner. And this is okay. This is an okay matchup here. The thing with Imperium, they're a good team. It's just, I don't think you should just be beating them this quickly here. I know Walter's the one who can't get pinned, and he's the big star, so they're not going to pin him, obviously, but it was Alexander Wolf. He was actually on the main roster before. He gets pinned by Seth Rollins with a blackout, so he takes the fall. You have Rollins, Ford, Dawkins, and Owens get the win here, so it was a decent matchup. Just I would have not have, if it's up to me, I don't beat Imperium. I thought they were a good team. I would have had them take the win, but I doubt they'll even be on Survivor Series, so it really doesn't matter too much. Cedric Alexander against Andrade Almas, who's being accompanied by Zelina Vega. It's okay matchup here. Almas with the win. Alexander's basically a job. I don't see much of a start, to be honest. I wish they'd push Andrade more. I think he has potential to be a star. I love Zelina Vega. Speaking of her husband, Aleister Black, cut a promo, and it's just the same shit. Oh, it's awful. I hate it now. It's just an angry promo. It's ruining his character. They show Lashley and Lana arguing in the back as we go to commercial. Lana makes her way to the ring. It's the worst stuff on TV. She says that she came out to confess her sins. To be honest, her loving, hot, beautiful boyfriend. Jeez, this is awful. Rusev comes out, and then Lana introduces the father of her unborn child because she revealed that she's 9 weeks pregnant. This is just terrible. Lana says Rusev was a sex addict, got her pregnant. She says that he wants to figure this out. First he's a sex addict, and now she's pregnant. This is just the worst shit. So I don't know if I'm going to go here. Probably not. Probably have the balls to go do this angle, but it's because she has Rusev's child. They're going to have Lana get an abortion. Because that's going to be a controversial thing. That's where I think this is going to go. She probably doesn't want the child because it's Rusev since she was with Lashley. But maybe they have the kid. And I suppose they're going to have the kid. And they're not going to get an abortion. Maybe Rusev gets custody and they do that, link it up. Or I doubt she's really pregnant at all. Come on. Rusev tells Lana to stop yelling, and Lana slaps Rusev. Lashley comes to the ring, and Lashley hits a clothesline on Rusev. He gives him a chokeslam. Lana tells Bobby that she cannot believe Rusev she cannot believe Rusev believed that she was pregnant, so it's all a ruse. Oh, it was terrible. They show Eric Rowan coming out for his match against some jobber, Son Anderson. This is just terrible. Next, he had the War Raiders kill 2 losers, 2 bombs, quick match. And then, actually, no, it was Mark Andrews with Flash Gordon Webster from NXT UK, but the War Raiders, the Viking Raiders, whatever, beat him quickly. Randy Orton's in the locker room, and Ricochet wants to talk to him, he doesn't respond to him. And Ricochet thinks Orton's going to hit him with an RKO out of nowhere. So they announced for the show Brock Lesnar Rey Mysterio video package. And they announced for Team Raw, it's Ricochet, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens. And main event, you have Randy Orton, Ricochet, and Humberto Carrillo against AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson, the OC. Long matchup here. Just an average house show main event. They really filmed it inside. Raw sucked tonight. Did not like it at all. Eventually, you have Humberto Carrillo and Randy Orton battling. Humberto tags in Randy Orton and he hits a moonsault on AJ actually for the 3. And then after the match, Ricochet and Carrillo celebrate, and Orton goes to Ricochet, threatens an RKO, but then he says he does what he wants, and when he wants to, whoever he wants, he leaves the ring. So they're not going to be able to trust Orton at Survivor Series like anyone really cares. I've seen this program probably 2 million times. With Randy Orton being a snake, and you can't trust him. Boring. They're I don't know. I just kind of, I just feel kind of desensitized to everything they're doing. It's just, whatever. I've seen this a billion times. So I thought it was very average. It was an average show, not a good show. Just a phoned-in show. And they did it because it was taped. But thankfully, they are officially done. So no more tape shows for a while. And then they'll actually start to try again next week.